So they'll be calling you a radical. I got to follow up on this, the whole nightmare at the Capitol. This is the Deseret News reporting this. You can't make this up. So this is Mike Lee reporting to Utah. While the mob, the Trump that he wound up and says, I'm going to march with you, and he's in there eating ice cream in the White House, Mike Lee says his cell phone rang. This is right when this thing broke out. And this is more proof that he's completely lost his mind. He's gone. He says, hi, Tommy. And Mike Lee says, no, this is Mike. Mike, and Mike Lee quickly put it back together because, Tommy Tuberville's a lunatic. He's a completely out of his mind Trumper. He's one of these promoters of this madness. He immediately said he figured he was trying to call Tuberville. He says, oh, you must be looking to... Yeah. Well, I'll go get him. He's right here. So he said he handed him his cell phone. This is the insanity of this. And I'll post the link. And this is Deseret News reporting this, who, are, by the way, are terrorists. The Mormon Church just promotes gun hate thy neighbor, freaking kill thy neighbor, who's been nothing but pound drums more than anyone. They're Sean Hannity, they're Fox News, they're disgusting as hell. And owned by the Mormon Church. By the way, the Mormon Church, and I'm an LDS member, I believe that the Mormon Church should have their tax-free status, Joel's, all of them. It's against the law to preach politics from the pulpit, and they don't pay any taxes. And, they're politically motivated, they own businesses. I don't know. So anyway, before I go off on that rant. And I know Mike Lee, as you know. So he says he stands there and listens to the whole conversation. And well, he stands there because he didn't want to lose his phone. I understand that. And he says, Tommy, we're being evacuated. The chamber's under siege. What? Well, sorry, Mr. President, I got to go. But, your people that you wound up in your 2-hour speech, your soldiers, they're killing a cop right now. I'm ad-libbing, as you know, but you can read what he said. He says, so, I hate to bother you, but I got to go. Hands Mike back his thing and evacuate. Now think about the insanity of this. Trump winds them up for watch it. He's playing, I ain't no fortunate son, that ain't me. That ain't me. That's the song they played in front of. When he is the fortunate son. That's the most anti-American song ever written. It's a masterpiece. Fogerty's threatened him to stop using it. And that's what they played in front of them. They played Michael Jackson in front. Oh, God, you cannot make it up. Don't Stop Believing, Journey. They were playing in front of it. And they're, we love you. He winds up his useful idiots. I feel sorry for a lot of these guys. I honestly do. Ignorance. They got caught up in the wild mob. Do I think these are a bunch of bad people? No. I think some of them are real bad eggs, and they're not Antifa. a lot of them. You've seen them physically, and they hit a cop. And this kid is a vet. This man, 42-year-old Brian, who was a big... one of the ones they wind up, and then he gets back, and then he realized, I was just reading about him, that he'd been had, like everybody been had. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban, went off to Iraq to get a big old sack. The draft dodgers wound him up. So, this is insanity. These guys are all saying, I wish I wouldn't have done it now, got caught up in the mob mentality. Well, come on. If this was anybody else on earth, he's completely lost his cookies. His own son, this is a while back, said that he might be showing signs of dementia, but he ain't showing signs of dementia. This is Trumpism. So then he gives us, I've seen a lot of shit in my life. A lot of shit. Most insane fucking thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. This whole fucking, and not even gonna, So this is more of the insanity of Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity beat these fucking drums. Fox News are a terrorist organization. KSL is a terrorist organization. The Mormon Church should get down on their fucking knees. And I know the president. He's trying. He grew up right behind me. He's a good guy. He's a heart surgeon. And so, but look what he's up against. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Get your... My neighbor gave me that. Mike Lee needs to get down on his knees and ask for forgiveness. You know? I still have hope for the dude. I have hope for everybody. What about Fukushima, Mike? You promised me you'd get back to me. You promised me, Mike. You promised me. To my face. You know, Kev, my dad's a downwinder. You know, where you been? I just got back off my Mormon. Oh, where'd you go? I says, the bone marrow transplant center at LDS East. Hey, Well, I'm going to talk to Senator Wyden, who Wyden says, I went to Fukushima. Multiple times he did. Reported on the Hill, and he used to talk to me. Wyden used to talk to me. And it's way worse than I thought. He won't even speak to me anymore. Not emails or not nothing, you know. Mike Lee lied to me. Right to my face. I don't appreciate it. You know, I'll get right back to you, Kevin. That's the same week that, remember when his twin, you want to talk a non-patriot that belongs locked up, Ted freaking Psycho Cruz. God, you people in Texas, what does it matter with you? I mean, God, I can't believe, it's a big place, I understand. Well, look at us dumbasses in Utah. We got Burgess Owens. So, and Mike Lee. But, I don't know. Remember Ted Cruz holding him up and he went on his psychotic rant on his filibuster on the floor right there. So, more of the insanity. Trump's insane. He's always been insane. Third world America. The coup. You know, I like KSL interviews this kid here in Utah. He says, oh, lifetime, he ain't no fucking activist. He was inside there. It's pathetic. The whole fucking scene's pathetic. You know. Where do we go? Third world America. Don't drink the fucking water. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, the Pacific Ocean dies. Stock market makes all-time highs. I don't give a shit about the environment. I mean, it's the ecology. So, I had to put this up. Hey, is this Tommy? No, this is Mike. Right to the moment when his wound up useful idiots that he loves, when you're sitting in a federal penitentiary, so many of them for a murder charge, you know, you're going to do decades of debt, maybe the rest of your life. Maybe you can be the fixer, Cohen's cellmate. Trump's pardons, I think, are over. I think Monday. Now, listen to me. They're going to impeach him on Monday. His power will be stripped on Monday. Why? They have the Senate. They'll swear their senators in Monday before they freaking Trump is own worst man. Well, I feel sorry for a lot of these guys. You know, they're all coming out now saying this kid from Idaho, whatever. They got caught up. They got caught up in the mob. Why did they let them in? Again, nobody knows more about this than I have. Led these marches so much, I know the resistance there. Why did the police let them in? What a story, huh? L. Ron Hubbard. Joseph Smith couldn't make this one up. Incredible. Stephen King couldn't dream it up on freaking acid.